Hello. An usual AS400 or IBM I machine has thousands of screens, but usually all those screens following the same rules. So if we see a dialogue like this, originally it looks like this. We have behind the action the possible settings: U equals update, A equals add, D equals delete. If we take that rule and change the UI to this, then we solved the input issue for hundreds or thousands of screens if we have a setting like this. Also, we can make input better. You see there is a little button, and this button does not exist on green screen. Why this button appears and what happens inside or by clicking that button. If we click this button, we check first if prior label of the input field contains cast dot, like this, cast dot. In that case, we are going to create a new flag selection button with position, key handling, etc., and set this selection setting to this SQL, and the field name of the key is cast ID. This is the content from the SQL select statement where we are going to write into the text box, and the action key should be enter. That means if we press OK inside the little dialog, we move, in that case, number 6 into the text box, and thereafter we are going to send enter. So that's why now it looks like this. Go back, update, find another one. I don't know, maybe this one, and works as usual. Second is, if we find U equals update, A equals add, etc., we like to create a lookup where we are going to do this. We check if the next label contains equal. We are reading the parts of the string and create from that lookup with text. Everywhere we find a situation like this, the system is going to create a lookup with the options. So if we go into the next screen, we find birthday has automatically now a calendar. Why? We are going to check the content. That means if inside the text box we find a valid phone number, we are going to create a phone edit. Valid datetime, create datetime edit. Valid email edit. Valid URL edit. Else create a normal text edit. So that's why this screen now looks like this. That means we find a valid date, so we create a calendar. We find a valid phone number, we create a phone edit. In that case, the TAPI support is not activated. That's why we're going to get error message. And this is a valid email address. So that runs automatically your selected email client. If the web is, oh, this is not a valid website. So this is a valid website, and if we click on this, we are going to get the website. If there is inside the prior, the leading label of the text field, something like this, then we are going to create, in case there are two elements, prior label. Yes, if there are two elements, we are going to create a toggle switch. If there are more than two elements, we are going to create a lookup. So that's why these are two elements. We have just a toggle switch to set yes, no. If there are more than two elements, we create a lookup. So this always runs if we have a match to the rule. So that means every screen is already modernized. Even screens from operating system. We're going to user task. In background, this happens. Going to user task and click on submit job. It's looked like this. There is of course another rule. If we find separated options behind the text box, we can use the text box as usual to do our own things, but we can use these lookup combos as well. So this works for every screen. Send a message. Whatever you like. Every screen is already modernized. Change your password like this. So easy it is.